She got the job, she got the job, she got the job. Yes, 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 yes. I could not be more proud. Congratulations to my mentee, Kimmie, who just secured a $55,000 salary increase. And as her mentor, I could not be more proud. Congratulations, Kimmie. I literally was not supposed to be going live today. I had like a million things going on in the background, but I could not resist celebrating my mentee, Kimmie, and this $55,000 salary increase. She came to me working in marketing communications, knew that she could be doing more, making more money, and having more impact. And we worked together to help her identify roles that were aligned with her skill set, transition to project management. And she came to me wanting about, she's like, Ashley, I need to go after a $25,000 salary increase. She knew that that's on average what my mentees see after working with me, and secured double that. Like literally secured a $55,000 salary increase. This is wild. I mean, it's not wild because like my mentees see this all the time, so it's no surprise to me, but it's just exciting. Like, I'm so excited to celebrate her. I'm so excited to just see women win. And on the first day of Black History Month in 2021, to see a Black woman secure a $55,000 salary increase. And she literally just messaged me to say, and I'm reading her quote verbatim, "Thank you. I appreciate your push. I mean, the investment I was so scared to make paid off in more ways than one." Like, y'all, she was so scared to invest in herself through the Mentor Me Accelerator program. She was so scared to believe in herself. She was so scared to spend her own money, right, on her career development. But look at the results. Like, look at the results. Like a $55,000 salary increase. Like, Kimmie literally doubled her salary, then some, right? Before working with me, she was making about $48,000 a year. Like, before working with me, she was making about $48,000 a year, and she just secured a $55,000 salary increase. She literally doubled her salary, like more than doubled her salary. Like, help me celebrate her. I want to see these hearts in the chat. Like, please tag somebody and tell them to join this live. If you know somebody who's making about $50,000 a year and they're like, I can't afford to make $50,000 anymore, please let them know about Mentor Me programs. This is the result, y'all. This is the result. A $55,000 salary increase. Like, and before working with me, she was so scared. She was so scared to make the investment. She was so worried about her return on investment. She was so worried about if she could afford it, if she could make it work. And look at the results. Like, my goodness. Like, I just could not be more proud. And as a mentor, I know, right? I know the value of my programs. I know the value of investing in yourself. I know the value of committing to working with an expert, right? I know that value. And so my job as a mentor is to help other women see the value of investing in themselves, to see the value of, believing in themselves and believing in themselves enough to invest to work with an expert. And these are the results, right? These are the results of $55,000 salary increase. So let me just share a little bit about Kimmie's story. I just wanted to kind of walk you all through like who Kimmie is and, how we got to this point, where she was at before working with me. If you hear something in today's live that really resonates with you, if you hear something that says, oh, I'm in that same place. Oh, that's me. Like, that's what I'm struggling with. Please do know that, like, I'm here to serve you too. If anything that you hear me share about Kimmie resonates with you, then I invite you to apply to work with me today. I'm accepting new mentees in the February 2022 cohort, and I'm excited to help you see these same results. A $55,000 salary increase, that is the kind of results that I drive for my mentees. I mean, on average, my mentees see about a $25,000 salary increase. Kimmie doubled that. So, we already bringing in more money, bringing in the big bucks, which I love to see. And, I really believe in seeing women make more money and have more impact in their career. I really believe in the power of seeing women understand how to leverage the skills and talents that they already have to see massive salary increases. And I'm excited to help more women do this, just like I helped Kimmie. So let's just go through. I'm going to just kind of talk to you all about where Kimmie was when she came to me. So she flat out said, like, when we had our initial call, she told me, she's like, Ashley, I can't afford to go into 2022 making my current salary. She was like, I'm not making enough money at work. I've tried working my way up and that hasn't worked. And she's like, I need help securing a 6-figure salary. Like I said, before working with me, Kimmie was making about $47,000 annually. And she's like, I can't afford to make so little money anymore. And let me know if that resonates with you. If you're watching live, just put a 1 in the chat if you're like, I can't afford to make so little money anymore. If you're watching on replay, type replay right here. I want to know if that resonates with you. If you're like, oh, I can't actually afford to make so little money anymore. I actually can't afford to be paid this low level salary. I actually can't afford to have to work more hours and try to pull overtime to like meet my budget. I actually can't afford that. If that sounds like you, just put a 1 in the chat. If you're watching on replay, type replay right here, because I want to know if that resonates with you, because I know it resonates with so many of the women that I serve. They're like, Ashley, like, I literally cannot afford to keep staying at this job and making so little money. And that's where Kimmie was before working with me. She told me that, by May, she wanted to be making 6 figures, right? Like, that was her goal. She wanted to, work with me, and my job, was to work with her to help her get to the 6-figure mark. And we got there. A $55,000 salary increase for Kimmie. This is now she's making more than, if she accepts this offer, she's going to be making more than $100,000 a year. And I could not be more proud. Like, this is the power of the Mentor Me Accelerator. Helping women have more options, helping them get those 6-figure salary offers. Like, that is the work that I do in serving women. I will say that my mentees who see the most results in my program are women who have some work experience, but entry level is absolutely fine. If you have some work experience, if you've been in the world of work, I would say typically my mentees come to me, having at least a year or 2 of work experience, but I work with new and mid-level professional women. And so if that's where you are in your career, you would be really well served by my programs. And I invite you to apply to work with me. You can do so right on my website at mentor-me.org. That's mentor-me.org. That's my website. Go there, apply to work with me. My application is free. We'll get on the phone and talk about what your needs are. And if you're a good fit for the program, I'll invite you to invest like Kimmie did. And you will see these kinds of results, right? Because these are the kind of results my mentees see. And in fact, it's so funny. I've been meaning to tell this story. I was watching one of my peers, another career coach's live the other day, and she was like, if you're looking for a 5-figure salary increase, Ashley's the girl to go to, right? Like, if you're looking for a 5-figure salary increase, Ashley's the girl to go to. And to get that kind of feedback from one of my peers, right? To hear one of my peers, another career coach, say, if you need to make more money, Ashley's the go-to girl, like, that is the kind of results that I drive for the women that I serve. And so if you are looking for a $25,000, $30,000, $55,000 salary increase like my mentee Kimmie, I was able to help her drive, then I absolutely invite you to apply to the accelerator today. So back to Kimmie's story, and I'm literally just reading some notes from, our initial conversation. She was saying that she wants to feel like she can work in an environment that's collaborative, where she'll be able to leverage her background in communications, where she'll be able to, be valued in her work and work autonomously. Like, those are the things she kind of came to me for. And, Kimmie, like so many women who desire to work with me, came to me after watching seeing a number of my lives, after seeing the testimonials, after seeing the wins of the women that I work with, right? Like if you are watching my lives, if you are following my content, if you are seeing other women win, I want you to know that that is available to you, right? And that's where my mentee Kimmie was before working with me. She was like, Ashley, I've been following you for months and I see other women winning and I want to be on the winning team. And look at the results, right? She is now a part of the winning team, a $55,000 salary increase. We more than doubled her salary, got her to the six-figure mark. And really that is the promise, right, of the Mentor Me Accelerator program, that we're going to use the skills, the knowledge, the talent, the expertise, the degrees, the credentials that you already have. We're going to use the knowledge that you already have. We're going to commit to helping you leverage the skills and knowledge that you already have to make more money and have more impact in your career. Like that is the promise of working with me as a mentor. That is the commitment that I make to you in you investing in your career development. I'm going to promise to show up for you. I'm going to promise to provide the strategy to help you see these kinds of outcomes. And I'm going to be walking alongside you at every step of the way to make sure that you are seeing, right, the results of the work that you've done up to this point in your career. When it comes to pay equity and paying women well for their work, we have so much value. We have so much expertise, but a lot of that value and expertise is sitting in low pay and low impact jobs, right? It's sitting in, a dark corner. It's sitting in a cubicle where nobody's paying attention, right? And so my job as a mentor is to help you leverage all of the skills and knowledge and talent and expertise that you already have to make more money and have more impact in your career. And that's exactly what I was able to help Kimmie do. And she flat out told me, like, I remember when we had our initial call and she was like, lateral moves are not enough for me anymore, Ashley. Like, I need a strategy. I need a career path. I need something that's actually going to drive results. And I don't know that I've ever met a mentee who rode me harder. Kimmie was like, Ashley, I need to get to six figures. So, I need, a minimum of, a $50,000 salary increase. She was like, I saw another live you did where you got a girl and, a $30,000 salary increase, but I want to be higher than her. And I love that. I love when y'all come to me with the energy like, oh yeah, I saw the last live. That was cute. That girl got coins. I want more, right? I was like, yes, let's run it up. And so she saw me mentor and coach and strategize to help professional women see those $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 salary increase. And now she is among the winning team, right? She's seeing those same results and secured just today a $55,000 salary increase. And as a mentor, I could not be more proud. And as I wrap up this live, I want to talk to you about my approach in mentorship, because the reason why my mentees see these major salary increases, the reason why my mentees see these kind of results is because I have a proven method to help professional women make more money at work. Right? My strategies are not gems. They're not tips. They're not tricks. I have a proven structure to help women make more money in corporate, nonprofit, and educational leadership. It works when you work it. I tell my mentees that all the time. It works when you work it. And that strategy is what drives results. And so if you're like watching my free content, you watching my lives, you sharing, saving my posts, if you're doing that and you're like, Ashley, like I want in, I need more. I want you to know that more, the more that you're looking for is after the investment, right? Like if you like my free content, baby, when I tell you I'm gonna give it to you beyond the paywall, right? And so I want you to know that this kind of result, a $55,000 salary increase, this kind of result comes after you invest in yourself, right? And you might be wondering what that investment looks like. When you apply to my programs, we're going to talk about what you're good at, what you're not good at, what's working in your career, what's not. And then together, we're going to develop a plan, right? Together, we're going to develop a plan that's going to drive results for you in your job search. And then I'm going to walk alongside you as you implement the plan, right? In my Mentor Me Accelerator, we're meeting every single week, honey. We're meeting every single week after week after week after week. And we're working the plan that we develop together. We'll develop that plan in session 2, and then session 3, session 4, session 5, session 6, session 7, session 8. We are going to be doing the work of we're going to be doing the work of implementing the plan that we develop, right? Like we're going to be implementing that plan right now. And that's why my mentee see results. Like I'm not just giving you a career development roadmap and wishing you the best. I'm not just dropping tips and gems and hoping it works out for you. I'm walking alongside you in a strategy that's actually going to yield results. And these are the results. $55,000 salary increase. And she was scared. Right. And maybe that's where you are right now. Like you're really scared to make an investment. You ain't never really invested in yourself before. You like, oh my God, like, how can I make it work for me? Like, but you have to believe in yourself enough to make the investment, right? Like the level of investment is far less than the salary increases that my mentees see. I will tell you right now that, I don't have a program that's more than $5,000 right now, right? Like to join my prices will increase over the course of the year, but I literally don't even have a program that's more than $5,000, right? You can invest less than $5,000 to work with me, and you're going to see, like Kimmie did, a $55,000 salary increase, right? That is the results of, the work that I do with women. And it looks like my mentee Kimmie, it looks like she might be on the line. Oh my gosh. I'm so hyped. Oh, Kimmie, I'm so hyped that you were able to join. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. I could not be more proud. Can you please just introduce yourself to the girls? Let them know who you are. Just introduce yourself. Say who you are.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kimberly. I specialize in stakeholder engagement, making sure that, the dynamic talent is retained and, also just doing great communicator things. I'm just so excited and so happy.
Yay!
I can't believe this. Actually, I'm shocked. And I told my mom, really?
What can you not believe it? You're an absolute expert.
Right.
You're an expert level communication specialist. You're an expert at project management.
Mm-hmm.
You build stakeholder engagement like no one else. But I want you to talk to the people about where you were at before working with me. When you were thinking of watching my free lives and thinking about working with me, what was your mindset then? How did you go from I'm just gonna watch our free content to okay, I'm gonna get on the phone with sis. I'm gonna get on the can you tell the people how you went from I'm watching her free lives to oh my gosh, I'm gonna get on the phone. Can you walk people through that?
How it was I think you had said something you can't afford not to go into 2022 with the same salary that you're making now. And I was like, damn, she right. That's what I was thinking. Damn, she right. And so I was just I need to schedule a phone call. Scared as hell. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, just being honest, scared. Then she told me the price. I was like, Jesus. I'm trying to get ahead. I remember crying on that call, but she was just like, hey, I'll be able to help you manage, navigate, do all this other stuff. And I'm just like, it sounds good, but I don't know. And even during the process while I was working it still didn't seem as if it was possible. But when I had that first interview after going through all the strategies, I was like, oh, I got this. Why did I not believe in myself?
Right. Oh my God. So let's slow down, Kimmie, because you're going through it real fast. But the people have to understand. Kimmie came to me and was like, okay, so I'm not making enough money right now, and I need a $50,000 salary increase, right? She's like, I remember I wrote it down. You were like, I need a $50,000. And so I was like, no, absolutely. I said, I serve women. My average salary increase is $25,000. So I said 50 is a stretch, but it's not impossible. Like I told you, I said 50 is a stretch because my average is about 25. That's what I, typically my mentees see about a $25,000, $30,000. Right. But I said, if you want 55, you won't have to do the work. Right. And you said, okay, I'm gonna do the work. And then when I told you the price, you were like,
that's exactly so can you help people
you were like, wait, you want me to pay you? And you were like, so I want a salary increase, but I'm not trying to pay you to get it. So can you help people walk through what made you say, you know what, I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to get this help from Ashley. I'm not going to miss this opportunity to work with her. Can you because I think a lot of other women are there too, ain't nobody can make this work in my budget. Can I afford this? Can you talk to people about how you got there?
I'm just going to be transparent as possible and be honest. I had to lift. I had to work overtime. I had to really make some sacrifices. I had to sacrifice the gym because I normally go to the gym. I had to sacrifice eating out. Like, it was a lot that I had to sacrifice during these 2 months. Like, it was only 2 months because it's like you making that investment every 2 weeks. And I'm just like, hey, this is how I can do it. I know that can happen. It's just what you really, or what you're willing to put as a priority for you. That's the number one thing. And it just clicked in me like, I can make this work. If I don't, let's cut this off. Let's do this. If we know how to finagle everything else, why not invest in this? We know how to finagle. We as Black women know how to make it happen. So how come we can't know how to make it happen for ourselves? And so I was just like, okay, I got this. And so now I'm just like, not that I'm shocked, but I'm just like, wow. Okay.
You did it, boo.
I'm like, I did it. Like, okay, God. Like, even my sister, I called in the door. I was like, guess what? She was like, what? You got the job? I said, yeah. She's just like, I knew it. She's like, oh, see, all that hard work paid off. I was like, I knew it, right? Like,
it paid off. It
paid off. Mama, we
yes. And like literally on the first day of Black History Month, like the shout out to you, like, yes, shout out to you for saying Black women make it happen for everything else. We make it happen for our kids. We make it happen for our grandparents. We make it happen for our sister friends. Why we can't make it happen for us?
Exactly.
Right? Why we can't invest in ourselves? Why we can't put ourselves first? And yeah, like it's not, my goal is not to have women having to, pick up extra Instacart. No.
Yeah, not at all. But it was just that's how I knew how to make it happen. Because I'm like, I had this extra resource. I'm like, I know I can do this. And then also this propelled me to focus on other things in my life. Like, if I did it for this, and this is just 4,000, and I'm like, oh, that's another program I want to invest in. I'm like, oh, I can do that, no problem.
Right.
So it's just all exactly. It's all about
every investment. It takes you. Every investment, it takes you higher and higher and higher. You invest in yourself at this level. Now you're like, oh, I can do this. I can get this degree, or I can start a business, or I can do this, I can do that. Once you start to invest in yourself and you see the results, I mean, now, Kimmie, you doubled your salary, right? So now you doubled your salary. So now you have more money to spend on yourself, more money for vacations, more money for other investments, right? And
it's going down.
Literally, listen, it's extra guac for Kimmie, okay? It's extra. Can I get another drink for Kimmie? I'm gonna buy this round for Kimmie. It's more life.
Yes. Even yesterday, I know this is so crazy, but even yesterday, I took a Lux lift because I was just like, I need to get myself accustomed to this lifestyle. And then
come on, accustomed to the lifestyle.
And then this happened, and I'm just like, oh my God. Okay. Like, it's okay to want to have more. It's okay to want to do more, because now I'm going to be so impactful in different areas of my life. And I'm just like, all right, God, I hear you. But also I had to some things in my personal life that I've gotten together. I'm just like, okay, now it's readied me for this next transition. Like, hey, I'm a better money manager than I was when I was like, oh, I thought I really was ready for. I don't know what I would have did with a $55,000 increase had it happened back then. I wouldn't be ready. But now I'm just like, okay, I'm ready for the money management, my articulation skills. I'm more confident in that. And so I think if you go through this process, it's going to shake you, but also make you at the same time. Like, it is going to be terrifying to spend that dough. But I was just like, man, let's go. Like, I mean, what else do you really have to lose? Because I'm just like, even if I didn't get this job increase, I still gained so much wisdom about how to be better in my life, and not just in my my professional life, but in my personal life. It's just like, what am I really doing to make a change that I really want to see? And it was just that something clicked, like you said, when you said like you can't afford not to go into 2022 with the same salary you're making in 2021. I said, dang, she is right. And I just like,
she reading me.
She is reading me for a build. And I'm just like, but I need to get. I'm like, okay. And it was just something that taught me that I don't care what I got to do it. Because I was talking to one of my sisters. She was just like, well, you'll figure it out.
Yeah. And like, I love that, because I think that so often we will make every excuse. Well, now is not the right time. I gotta wait till I get my life together. I gotta wait till the kids go back. I gotta wait till after COVID. You waiting, and you leaving $55,000 on the table.
Remember, I said I was gonna wait. I said I was gonna wait.
You were like, well,
That was
maybe
no
in
way.
March,
Yes.
I'll do
You
it.
said,
Now
Kimmie,
in March, you're gonna get that first check. You're gonna get a $10,000 monthly salary. You're gonna be like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't wait. And you
I'm
know what?
so
Like,
glad.
and so Yvette Juliet said, how long did it take? So the program that Kimmie was in is the Mentor Me Accelerator program. It's an 8-week career development program. And Kimmie finished her 8th week last Tuesday.
Last week.
Like last Wednesday, right? So it was not even been like it's been 2 months, right?
Yes.
So the program is a 2-month, 8-week program. The investment for the Mentor Me Accelerator, like, and let me the timestamp this because my investments regularly go up. As my mentees make more money, I raise my prices because it's like when my mentees get a $55,000 salary increase, I'm like, oh, I'm really that girl. Time to raise my prices. But as of today, right? If you apply to work with me today, the current investment to work with me in my Mentor Me Accelerator program is less than $5,000. I definitely invite you. I mean, think about that, Kimmie. I mean, you made a less than $5,000 commitment to yourself, and you saw a $55,000 salary increase. Can you tell the people if it was worth it or not?
It was worth it, honey. It was worth it. Okay. And I was just like, and then I'm really just speechless. And y'all don't worry about the time. Don't worry about, the process that you got to go through. I think you just need to do it because we overthink something. So if you're an overthinker like me, please stop overthinking and just jump. And like I said, even if yours isn't as quick as mine, it's still worth it if you get it 2 weeks later, after the program. I remember I said, actually, I'll just wait because we're supposed to get our bonus checks in 2 weeks, like literally in 2 weeks. And I was just like, I'll wait till my bonus. No, girl, no. I would have missed out on this opportunity.
Now you can spend that bonus on, a trip to Cabo or something. Like you can spend that.
No, I remember I said it'll give me a nice bag because that was my first thing. I said it'll give me a nice bag, so that nice bag will come to me. Like, thank you, Jesus. Okay, this is the one nice thing I was gonna get, and then everything else I was like, okay, I got a little something planned. They was like, oh, you going to Jamaica this year? I said, I sure am now.
Yes, we going to Jamaica. We getting new bags. We getting extra guacamole. It's exactly. Up for us.
It's up for us. And so it just makes, and then also in the same instance, it just makes my life to be automatic. I mean, automated and so much more easier because now I'm like, okay, I really want to focus on my health. Like, okay, I need to start ordering meals. I'm like, I still was going to make it happen no way, regardless if I got a salary increase or not. But it's just like, oh, now I don't have to worry about it. Now I can invest. Now I can do this, do that. Like, I'm just like, wow.
Right. Because it's comprehensive. It's like, you struggling at work, you unhappy at work, now your relationship suck. You yelling at your kids, you unhappy with your sister, you getting in a fight with the people at work. Like when you're unhappy at work and when you're not making enough and when you feel like you got to pinch pennies, everything starts to go down. But then once you believe in yourself and have that career confidence, and now you have strategies to improve your career, and now you get a $55,000 salary increase, and now you're like, you know what? I can get a personal trainer because I really want to drop some weight this year. And now, I can take the Uber Lux because, now I can afford to do that. And I can put this bill on auto pay. It's like, now you start to be like, oh my God, my entire life improves when I committed to investing in myself in this program. And so I have 2 other questions before you, Kimmie, before we hop off. So can you talk to people about like the strategies you learned in the program? Like, can you walk them through a little bit around like what you were learning in session 1 and, when we went through your materials, what you learned in session 3 and what you learned about interview strategy? Can you like help people understand like when you're in these sessions with me, what strategies you're picking up?
So if we start with session 1, you finding out exactly what your strengths and weaknesses are, what you think they are and how you really articulated them. Completely 2 totally different things. And so now I'm just like, oh, I'm a great at stakeholder engagement. I'm good at change management, project management. Like, I'm doing these things, but I'm not saying that. So it's just like, they don't care. They're not. I had team player. Oh Lord, Jesus. Now that I think about this, I'm like, Lord, I was slacking with my material. But that's session 3. But session 2, when you learn, what is session 2? Values. When you learn your values, now I'm able to help people at my current job to say, hey, what are your values? Maybe you can find career alignment once you find your values. But I didn't know what mine were when it came to my professional life. So I'm just like, let's figure these out. Found my core values. And then I'm just like, okay, this is in alignment. But I also remember I told you, I said somebody reached out to me about a job. And I was like, this is not in alignment. And I was kind of down because I was just like, they were paying the money, but I'm just like, it wasn't in alignment
Yes.
with what I needed. And so I'm just like, I was sad. And you was like, Kimmie, the fact that you're able to find that you were able to look and see that this job wasn't in alignment was, you know, good enough. And I was just like, okay, you're right. And it's like just celebrating those small wins, because y'all, it's not easy. Session three. Session 3
Session 3 is resume, cover letter, LinkedIn. It's called material review and refinement. So there we're really focused on your materials, how you're showing up to employers. And you told me that made a huge difference for you in terms of like, one, seeing yourself better on paper, but then once you were getting it in front of employers, they were able to see boom, 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 boom.
Exactly.
Kimmie, that girl.
Right. And then also I was able to articulate like, okay, I have a story for that, and that's in, you know, session 4 when we started to go to the interview. I have a story for that can connect with all these values. And so now like I said, I'm in my interview. I got my notes. It's real nice and neat. Like, okay, this is the main thing that's talking about project management. This is possibly a question they're going to ask about it. I can link it to a story and not have to try and remember, you know, off the bat of my head. But hey, I wrote down like a little thing like, oh, you know, talk about, your session, like, you know, your development session that you did across the world, or, you know, this change project, like, oh, talking about change management. Well, this is what I did to lead this project, you know what I'm saying, to make this work. And so it just flowed out in the interview. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I got this. That's why. And then we went to session and I was like, I killed that interview.
Kimmie came to session after her interview, like, even if I don't get the job, these people need me. Obviously, I'm the girl they're looking for. I don't know why they would look anywhere else. Like, I mean, I hope they pick me, but obviously, like, if they don't, like, that's their loss. Like, that's the level of confidence that you had after that interview.
And I still have that confidence because I'm just like, regardless if this works out or not, I know how to articulate who I am now. Yeah. And it's just like before, like, although I am a confident person, but it's just something about like, hey, like, oh, she knows what she's talking about. Like, oh, she has a demonstrated experience. Here's how I've demonstrated my experience. This is the project I worked on. This is the thing that I did. You know, here's what the results. And they're just like, dang, like, oh, and let me take it a step further. Here's the way that it's going to enhance the future. And they're just like,
right, the people in the interview like, who is your career coach? Can you introduce me?
And they like, excuse me? I'm like, oh, here's how it helped the future. Or maybe we found that this wasn't a great example, so we halted this and, you know, completely overrid it. And they was just like, that, like, you know, it took it further than the star stories. Don't worry about
star method,
stories.
yeah.
We don't do star stories, you know what I'm saying?
We don't do star method, no. We above that, and I love that you talk about that. What Kimmie's talking about is session 5 of the Mentor Me Accelerator. It's called interview and negotiation, and we really dive deep into how you can make employers take notice, how you can position yourself as an expert in an interview, and how you can stand apart from the competition. All the other girls in the interview are going to be Googling and YouTubing how to answer an interview question. But when you work with me, you're going to have an elevated way to speak to your expertise. It's gonna make employers take notice, and it's gonna result in a $55,000 salary increase like Kimmie got. Like, this is the result of working with an expert, because not only am I a proven career development strategist, but I also work in industry. I'm interviewing people all the time. I'm on top of the latest ways in which to like really speak to your expertise. And I think that's what's also different about the accelerator, is that this is not a static course or a program you can just buy on the internet. This is a dynamic program where you're getting like top of the line, like day-to-day feedback from me every single day. It's not stagnant. It's not a book. It's not a course. We're going to be doing the work together. And I really think that's what makes the Mentor Me Accelerator stand out. So I want to wrap this up, Kimmie, by just asking you, like, for the woman who's watching this and is like, I want to see those results too. Like, I want to invest in myself, and who has doubt or concern. Maybe she's concerned about the time it's going to take for her to see the results. Maybe she's concerned about the investment, right? And like the level of investment to, maybe she's concerned if she's not good enough. Maybe she don't have the skills. Maybe she's not as smart as the other people I help. Like, what would you say to her if she's watching today?
I would say, ma'am, no. I would say you need to find whatever strength it takes for you to do this. If it's something that you believe is going to help you, I would say invest. Not, like I said, it's beyond just career. Like, you need this confidence in life. This is a life skill. This is not just, just professional skills. This is a life skill. And you only get that through practice. And a lot of people are trying to find it through Google. Google can only take you so far. And that's one thing that I remembered. Also, free can only take you so far. So when I remembered that, I'm just like, okay, this is at a time when I need to invest. Because I'm like, okay, you get a free course, you learn a little bit, but you work with a professional, like literally your changes, like it's just like you go to therapy. Like you can talk to your friends about it, but if you go to a therapist who's a professional, they're gonna help you, walk you through, give you some strategies on how to be better. And then that's all I can say. Just invest, really take your time. The time investment is really 1 to 2 hours a week, if that. Yeah. And the only man I remember you telling me, because I was just like, hey, how much time should I set aside for my homework? You said about an hour. Sometimes I took a little bit longer because I wanted to play back, things. Right. I remember doing an interview, like before my interview, I was like, oh, I was going playing back sessions. Like, okay, I remember that. Let's do this. Let's talk about that. But that was just me because
I just want to congratulate you, Kimmie. Like I remember being in session with you and you were like, Ashley, I just don't know if it's working and I'm applying for jobs and I don't know. And I'm like, Kimmie, trust the process.
And I applied to too many jobs too. I applied to too many jobs.
Can we talk about it?
Can we talk about that?
Apply to too many? Because a lot of people like, it's a numbers game. I got to apply for 40 jobs a week, and that's how I get the job. And I told Kimmie, stop applying for so many jobs. Stop. You're doing too much.
And I didn't believe it. I'm just like, well, how is this going to work? And so, no. When you get laser focused and you have a strategy, you're only going to be applying to 2 to 3 jobs, if that, because you're also going to want to make sure those materials reflect that one job description. And you can't do that if you try to, apply for like 20 and 30 jobs. And so just the fact that I was able to really speak to my expertise, my materials did, and just to secure this, I'm just like, yes, like it worked. I was like, yes, Jesus.
Yes, it works. It works if you work it. And I'm just so proud of you. From your mentor, you did the work, Kimmie. You committed your investment. You committed your time. You committed to yourself, and this is the result. And I could not be more proud. If you're watching this on replay, please do hop in my DMs. I'm here to serve you and answer any questions. And congratulations again, Kimmie. Thanks for joining me.
My pleasure. Thank you. I appreciate you. Again, I wish you well, and I'm definitely going to be joining the legacy program because we need to make sure we get this together. Because
yes, absolutely. Listen, I'm there for you every step of the way. I always tell my mentees, I'm not just your mentor in session. I'm your mentor always. Absolutely here to continue to support you. My support does not end after the accelerator. It is ongoing, a lifetime of support, and I'm excited to help you as you finalize negotiations and then start this new role, honey. Congratulations again. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Bye.